Hi friends, welcome back to Sea Level Physics. My name is Srinivas, known to be BS Rao. In this video, we are going to discuss what is meant by resultant vector. What is the method in adding two vectors, that is addition of vectors. Okay, first of all, let us see what is meant by resultant vector. Okay, here, suppose two vectors are there here like that. This is A bar of 3 meter magnitude. Here it is B bar of 4 meter magnitude, for example. Okay, 4 meter magnitude means these are nothing but displacements of one particle as an example. For example, this is what north, south, east, west. Okay. Now, a particle has started its motion from O to A, right? What is the displacement covered by the particle from O to A means 3 meters due east. And again, it covers a displacement of 4 meter due north. Okay, so this is east, this is north. So these are the displacements covered by given particle. Okay, now initial position of the particle is O and final position of the particle is B. So this is initial position, this is ultimate final position, right? So by following this path, particle reaches from O to B, right? If at all, if it follows from O to B, a direct path like that, then also it can reach ultimate position B. Am I right? Now, as per Pythagoras principle, this side is 3, this side is 4. Now, what about this side? Root over 3 square plus 4 square. That is root over 3 square plus 4 square. That is 5 meter. Right? This is what 3 meter, this is what 4 meter, this is what 5 meter. Right? Now, what I am saying means, instead of following path O to A and again from A to B, if the particle follows from O to B direct path, then also it can reach ultimate final position B. That means to say that vector OB bar is equal to vector OA bar plus AB bar. Vector OB bar is equal to vector OA bar plus vector AB bar. Okay, vector OB bar equal to vector OA bar plus AB bar. This is what resultant vector. OB bar is the resultant of OA bar and AB bar. OA bar and AB bar. Why it is resultant means this vector is a unique vector which replaces given parent vectors. These two are parent vectors. A bar of 3 meters, B bar of 4 meters. These two are parent vectors. Making use of this unique resultant vector, one can replace all these two vectors such that to have same effect, to produce same effect both in magnitude and direction. Okay, as the effect produced by individual parent vectors together. Am I right? So that is the nature of resultant vector. What is the nature of resultant vector here? Resultant vector is always unique, which replaces all the given parent vectors such that to produce same effect both in magnitude and direction as the effect produced by individual parent vectors together. Okay, that's what resultant. So that is the reason why OB bar equal to OA bar plus AB bar. Okay, why it is resultant means if particle follows from O to B along this path, then also particle can reach B instead of following this path. Am I right? That is the reason why OB bar is the resultant of OA bar and AB bar. Okay. Now, what is the direction of this resultant? Means suppose this is alpha, angle made by this OB bar with OA bar. Tan alpha equal to, we know that tan alpha equal to opposite side by adjacent side, that is 4 by 3. Means implies alpha equal to tan inverse 4 by 3. Tan inverse 4 by 3. What is this alpha? Tan inverse 4 by 3 means alpha equal to 53 degrees. 53 degrees. If it is reference axis, for example, reference axis as an example, if it is reference axis, if particle follows this path such that making an angle 53 with east, then also it can reach from O to B, such that to have same effect as the effect given by A bar and B bar. Okay, that's about resultant vector. So resultant is always a unique vector. It's not 2 or 3 or 4 vectors. It's always unique vector which replaces all the parent vectors, such that to produce same effect both in magnitude and direction as the effect produced by individual parent vectors. Okay, right. Now let us see addition of vectors. How to add two vectors here? Addition of vectors. Addition of vector or vectors. Addition of vectors, right? Now, first method is components method. Components method. First method. Let us see what is meant by components method. Suppose here we have two vectors, a bar equal to ax into I cap plus ay into j cap plus az into k cap, and one more vector b bar equal to bx into I cap plus by into j cap plus bz into k cap. These are the given vectors. How to add these two vectors means a bar plus b bar equal to, what is the method here? Components method. Simply add similar components. Here x component ax, here x component bx, here y component ay, here y component by, here z component az, here z component bz. So add similar components, that is ax plus bx into I cap, ax plus bx into I cap plus ay plus by into j cap, ay plus by into j cap plus az plus bz into k cap, az plus bz into k cap. Okay, as an example, two vectors a bar and b bar of same magnitude of 12 units making 30 degrees and 120 degrees with positive x-axis. Find their resultant. Find their resultant vector. Find their resultant vector. See, here two vectors are there. X-axis, y-axis, negative x-axis, negative y-axis. Okay. See, first vector a bar makes an angle 30 with positive x-axis. This is positive x-axis, that is making an angle 30 with positive x-axis. Okay. Now what about b bar? B bar also making an angle 120 with positive x-axis. This is positive x-axis. From here to there 90 plus 30 means definitely that b bar lies in second quadrant like that. So this is about b bar. What is the total angle made by b bar with positive x means here 90 plus 30. So here it is 30 degrees. So from data it is clear that a bar lies in xy plane, that is first quadrant, b bar lies in negative x and positive y plane, that is second quadrant. Now question is add these two vectors, find the resultant of these two vectors, means a bar plus b bar. First of all, we have to express given vectors in coordinates, Cartesian coordinates, in terms of Cartesian coordinates. So A bar, here it is B bar. If I close this side, you get opposite side here. This is what AX. AX means A cos theta. A cos 30. Now this is what A sin theta, opposite side. That is AY, that is A sin 30. Right? If I close this side, now this is what opposite side. With respect to this angle, this is opposite, this is adjacent. What is opposite side here? B sin 30. So here it is B sin 30. Now this is what adjacent side. Here adjacent side means from here to there. This is B cos 30. B cos 30 degrees. B cos 30, B sin 30. A cos 30, A sin 30. Expressed in terms of Cartesian coordinates. So A bar equal to A cos 30 into I cap plus A sin 30 into J cap. What is unit vector along X? I cap. What is unit vector along Y? J cap. Right? So A cos 30 into I cap plus A sin 30 into J cap. A cos 30 into I cap plus A sin 30 into J cap. That is A bar equal to, what is A? Mod A bar equal to mod B bar equal to 12 units. 12 units. See the value of modulus of A bar and modulus of B bar. Magnitude of A bar and B bar 12. So 12 into cos 30 root 3 by 2 into I cap plus again 12 into sin 30 1 by 2 into J cap. Right, that is 6 root 3 into I cap plus 6 J cap. 6 J cap. Now what about B bar? B bar equal to, see, B bar is in second quadrant, that is x component negative, y component positive. That is, what is this opposite side? B sin 30 into minus I cap. What is the negative vector on negative x? This is what negative x axis means minus I cap. Here it is positive J cap. So minus I cap, J cap. So B sin 30 into minus I cap. B sin 30 into minus I cap plus, what is this measurement? B cos 30 into J cap. So B cos 30 into J cap. Now what about B? Mod A equal mod B equal 12. So again B means 12. 12 into sin 30 1 by 2 into minus I cap plus again B means 12 into cos 30 means root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2 into J cap. Root 3 by 2 into J cap. That is B bar equal to 12 by 2 means 6. 6 into minus I cap, that is minus 6 I cap, minus 6 I cap plus 12 by 2 is 6 root 3 J cap, 6 root 3 J cap, 6 root 3 J cap. Now what is the result here? A bar plus B bar equal to A bar plus B bar, that is resultant vector. A bar plus B bar equal to some C bar, that is equal to, otherwise resultant vector C bar equal to A bar plus B bar. What is A bar plus B bar? Sum of similar components. That is here 6 root 3 into I cap, here minus 6 I cap, that is 6 root 3 minus 6 into I cap plus, here what is the y coordinate? 6. Here what is the y coordinate? 6 root 3, that is 6 plus 6 root 3 into J cap. So this is what resultant vector of A bar and B bar. Resultant vector of A bar and B bar. Okay. Right, this is what the components method in finding resultant of two vectors. That is addition of vectors. Next, second method, graphical method, otherwise tip to tail method. Tip to tail method. Graphical method, otherwise tip to tail method. Addition of vectors Second method, graphical or tip to tail method. Okay. Second method, graphical or tip to tail method. What is tip and tail? Tip means head of the given vector. Tail means origin of the given vector, starting point, right? Suppose here two obligations are there here. Two obligations. First obligation, when theta is either 0 or 180 degrees, either 0 or 180. Here other case, theta is not other than 0 or 180, that is 0 less than theta less than 180, means theta not equal to 0, not equal to 180, right? Now tip to tail method means we can add any given two vectors. So two vectors can be added by tip to tail method, otherwise graphical method, when given two vectors are inclined parallel to each other, otherwise anti-parallel to each other, right? First case, parallel to each other, parallel to each other. This is what given vector A bar, given vector A bar, say this is 2i cap, another vector B bar, say 3i cap. Find A bar plus B bar and B bar plus A bar. Find A bar plus B bar and B bar plus A bar. How to find A bar plus B bar? In solution. Now see, B bar is to be added to A bar. Means the tail of B bar is to be connected with head of A bar. See, A bar is as it is. A bar of 2i cap. Now take this vector B bar such that its tail connected to head of A bar. See, like that. This is what B bar of 3i. Okay. Now how to find resultant vector means by taking one vector from the tail of first vector to head of second vector. Means from here to there. This is the resultant vector. Means this is what resultant. Resultant vector means A bar plus B bar of magnitude 2i plus 3i, that is 5i cap. 5i cap. Okay. Now coming to B bar plus A bar. How to find B bar plus A bar? Means A bar is to be added to B bar. Means take B bar as usual. B bar of magnitude 3i cap. Okay. B bar plus A bar means A bar is to be added to B bar such that the tail of A bar is to be added to head of B bar. The tail of A bar is to be added to head of B bar. Like that. This is what A bar of magnitude 2i cap. This time also take one resultant vector such that from the tail of B bar to head of A bar. This is what resultant means. That only I am writing somewhere here. This is what B bar plus A bar of magnitude 3i plus that is 3 plus 2 5, that is 5i cap. 5i cap. So what is the phenomenon here means how to draw resultant vector means the given vectors are to be added such that the tail of one vector is to be connected with the head of another vector. Okay. Here in first case, the tail of A bar plus B bar means B bar is to be added to A bar. How means the tail of B bar is to be connected with the head of A bar. Then a vector drawn from tail of first vector to head of second vector is the resultant. See this red color, that is A bar plus B bar, 5i cap. Here also the tail of A bar is to be connected to head of B bar. Then the vector drawn from tail of B bar to head of A bar is resultant, that is B plus C. So here A plus B, A bar plus B bar, 5 I cap. Here B bar plus A bar also 5 I cap. Means A bar plus B bar is equal to B bar plus A bar. Means vector addition obeys commutative law. A bar plus B bar is equal to B bar plus A bar. That is A bar means 2 I cap, B bar means 3 I cap. That is 2 I cap plus 3 I cap also equal to 3 I cap plus 2 I cap. That is here 5 I cap, here also 5 I cap. So what is the inference here? Vector addition obeys commutative law. Means A bar plus B bar always equal to B bar plus A bar. That is when given vectors are inclined at an angle 0 degrees or 180 degrees. That is parallel or anti-parallel. Parallel. This time parallel concept is over. Now coming to anti-parallel. Anti-parallel means A bar and B bar are opposite to each other. A bar and B bar are opposite to each other. Suppose I am flipping this B bar end to end like that. This is what B bar. A bar right side, B bar left side. What is A bar? 2 I cap. B bar means 3 I cap. Find A bar plus B bar and B bar plus A bar once again. A bar plus B bar means add B bar to A bar. Add B bar to A bar means A bar as it is. A bar as it is. This is what A bar. Now add B bar to A bar means the tail of B bar is to be connected with head of A bar. Where is the tail of B bar? Somewhere here. Where is the head of A bar? Somewhere here. The tail of B bar is to be connected with head of A bar. Now this is the head of A bar. This is the tail of B bar. Now connect this tail of B bar with the head of A bar like that. Like that. Okay. Right. This is what B bar of 3 I cap or minus 3 I cap, minus 3 I cap left side, minus 3 I cap, A bar of 2 I cap, 2 I cap. See, A bar, here it is B bar. Both opposite to each other. Both vectors are opposite to each other. Now how to find A bar plus B bar? Once again means same concept. Now the tail of B bar is connected with head of A bar. Now here A bar cancels this much of length of B bar. Why? Because this is what 2 I cap. From here to there minus 2 I cap. From here to there minus I cap. Total from here to there means minus 3 I cap. So minus 2 I cap. As it is 2 I cap, it must be minus 2 I cap. Here what we left means that is minus I cap. So minus 2I minus I, total minus 3I. Means A bar cancels a fraction of B bar whose length is same as that of A bar. Okay. So these two cancel with each other. We left with this much of length only. That is what resultant vector. How to find resultant means by taking one vector from the tail of first vector to the head of second vector. See, this is first vector A bar. This is the tail of first vector. Now this is the head of second vector. Now a vector drawn from tail of first vector to head of second vector means from here to there. This is what resultant vector. That is A bar plus B bar. A bar plus B bar. That is equal to A bar plus B bar means A bar 2 I cap plus B bar means minus 3 I cap. That is 2 minus 3 minus 1 minus 1 into I cap. That is minus I cap. Minus I cap. This time the length of resultant vector is somewhat decreased. Why? Because both are acting opposite to each other. Right? Now how to find B bar plus A bar? Now take B bar as usual as first vector. B bar of minus 3i. It is left side. Okay, now this is first vector. What is the second vector? A bar. B bar plus A bar means add A bar to B bar, right? Now I took B bar as usual as first vector. Now coming to second vector, the tail of second vector is to be connected with the head of first vector. This is the tail of second vector. This is the head of first vector. Now take this vector such that its tail connected to head of first vector. This is what A bar. This is what A bar. A bar of 2i cap, right? See, the tail of A bar is connected with head of B bar, right? Now, how to take resultant vector? Simple. By taking one vector from the tail of first vector. See, this is the tail of first vector. This is the head of second vector. So, this is what resultant vector. Resultant vector. Resultant. What is that resultant? B bar plus A bar. I am writing somewhere here. B bar plus A bar. What is the value of resultant vector? Means B bar plus A bar that equal to B bar plus A bar that equal to B bar means what is B bar? Minus 3i cap. Minus 3i cap plus A bar means 2i cap. 2i cap. That equal to minus 3 plus 2 minus 1. Minus 1 into I cap. That is minus I cap. Here also minus I cap. So once again it is proved that A bar plus B bar always equal B bar plus A bar. Adding B bar to A bar, otherwise adding A bar to B bar, both one and the same. So once again A bar plus B bar equal to B bar plus A bar. So vector addition obeys commutative law. Okay. Now coming to other case. What is other case? When given vectors are inclined at an angle other than 0 or 180, means given vectors are not parallel, not anti-parallel, some other angle. Okay. Now let us see how the given vectors are added. Right. Okay. Now when theta is not equal to 0, not equal to 180. In this case, we have three obligations. Number one, triangle of addition. Number two, parallelogram law of addition. And finally, third one, polygon law of addition. Polygon law of addition. Okay. If given vectors are inclined with some other angle other than 0 or 180, and moreover, if given vectors are only two to be added, then one can go with either triangle law or parallelogram law. So this is valid. These two are valid for two vectors. This is also valid for two vectors only. Here polygon law valid for more than two vectors. For more than two vectors. Okay. Now let us see triangle law. First of all, triangle law. Okay. Triangle law. Triangle of addition of vectors. Triangle of addition of vectors. Triangle of addition of vectors. Suppose here we have two vectors like that. This is one vector. This is another vector, for example. This is what P bar. This is what Q bar. So two planar vectors are given, right? Now question is, what is the resultant of these two vectors? That is, what is P bar plus Q bar? how to add these two vectors? Making use of triangle of addition. Means these two are to be taken as the adjacent sides of triangle, okay, both in magnitude and direction. First of all, okay. Means the q bar is to be shifted up to here and joined somewhere here such that its tail coincides with the head of p bar. Okay. Suppose this is what p bar as usual. I am shifting this vector up to here and joining somewhere here with p bar such that tail of q bar connected with head of p bar. Okay, like that. This is what q bar. So the tail of q bar is connected with head of p bar. The tail of q bar is connected with head of p bar, like that. Now this kind of arrangement is said to be given two vectors are orderly connected. Orderly connected means head of one vector connected with the tail of other vector means they are taken in same order, not reverse order. Both are taken in the same order. Okay. Now we have two sides of triangle. Triangle means it should have three sides. Here we have two sides. What about the other side? This is the other side. Means this is the closing side of the triangle. Closing side of the triangle. Okay. Now, what is the resultant of p bar and q bar? That is, what is p bar plus q bar means? A vector drawn from the tail of first vector to the head of second vector. Like that. This is what p bar plus q bar. That is r bar. P bar plus q bar, that is r bar. Now see, this is what closing side of the triangle taken in the reverse order. Why it is reverse order means the tail of this closing side is connected with the tail of p bar. The head of closing side is connected with the head of q bar. Okay. Means here tail, both tails are connected, here both heads are connected means this kind of arrangement is said to be taken in the reverse order. These two are connected in same order, like that. Head and tail are joined. Here tail and head to head are joined. Okay. So these two are taken in the same order. Then this is taken in the reverse order. Okay. Now what is the statement of triangle means? Where two non-zero vectors are taken as the adjacent sides of triangle in order, then the closing side of the triangle taken in the reverse order, that is from tail of first vector to head of second vector, is the resultant of both given vectors in magnitude and direction. Okay. Once again, when two given non-zero vectors are taken as the adjacent sides of triangle in order, then closing side of the triangle taken in the reverse order is the resultant of those two vectors, both in magnitude and direction. Okay. Here q bar is connected with the p bar such that the tail of q bar is joined with head of p bar. If at all p bar shifted from here to there and connected somewhere here such that its tail connected with the head of q bar, what will happen? Let us see. Suppose q bar as usual like that, q bar. Now I am shifting p bar from here to there such that its tail joined with head of q bar like that. This is what p bar. Okay. Now see, these two are taken in the same order. Why? Because these two are connected such that the head of q bar is joined with the tail of p bar. Means both are taken in same order. Head of one vector joined with the tail of other vector means both are said to be taken in the same order. Now we have two sides of triangle. What about the other side of the triangle? Means this is the other side of the triangle. Why? Because triangle should have three sides. Okay. This is the other side. Now what is the resultant means? How to take resultant? How to assign the resultant means by taking one vector from tail of first vector to the head of second vector. Means from tail to tip. This is the resultant vector. Right? Okay. That is q bar plus p bar. P bar. That also equal to R bar. Here also this is what resultant. This is what resultant. P bar plus Q bar equal to R bar. Q bar plus P bar once again R bar. See these two by adding Q bar to P bar or P bar to Q bar. In both cases we can have same result. Same resultant means resultant one and the same in both cases. Either adding P bar to Q bar or Q bar to P bar. In both cases we can have same result. Okay. Here see what is the length of this vector? Here also same is the length of the resultant. Means these two are same in both magnitude and direction. Okay, once again P bar plus Q bar equal to Q bar plus P bar. P bar plus Q bar is equal to Q bar plus P bar. Means vector addition obeys commutative law. Commutative law. Right? Now coming to this vector once again. See, this is the resultant of these two vectors. Here also this is the resultant of these two vectors. Right? Means P bar plus Q bar equal to R bar. What happens if R bar is taken this side? Means that is P bar plus Q bar plus of minus R bar is equal to 0. Am I right? As P bar plus Q bar equal to R bar, P bar plus Q bar plus or minus R bar equal to 0 bar. Means what is the inference of this point? Means if this vector is flipped end to end like that, all the three vectors are said to be taken in the same order. See, here these two are in order, now this is in reverse order. If this one also flipped end to end like that, now all the three vectors come in alignment such that head to tail are joined. Right? Now all the three vectors are said to be taken in the same order. Now what is the resultant here? 0 bar. 0 bar means if I draw these vectors like that, this is what A bar, this is what P bar, this is what Q bar. Now whatever this side means, it is to be flipped end to end like that. See, this is what R bar or minus R bar. Definitely this is minus R bar. See, R bar is from here to there. This is the tail, this is the head. Now this is the tail, this is the head. Means minus R bar. See, all the three vectors are taken in the same order. Means head to tail are joined. Now in this case, P bar plus Q bar plus or minus R bar equal to 0. P bar plus Q bar plus or minus R bar also equal to 0. Right? Here also. Here see, Q bar plus P bar equal to R bar. Here also, if this resultant is flipped end to end, just make it reverse at the same place, at the same position. What happens? See, this is the diagram. Here Q bar, here P bar. These two are taken in the same order. Why? Because head and tail are joined. Now, the third side, if it is reversed at the same position and joined at the same place, you will have diagram like that. See? Now, is it R bar or minus R bar? As it is R bar, definitely it is minus R bar. Why? Because it is flipped end to end. Means minus R bar. See, all the three vectors are taken in same order such that head of one vector joined with the tail of other vector. Here head, tail joined. Here also head, tail joined. Here also head to tail joined. Okay. So in this case, P bar plus, otherwise Q bar plus P bar plus or minus R bar equal to 0. See, here Q bar plus P bar. Take this R bar to left hand side, that is plus of minus R bar equal to 0. Right? Now this negative vector of resultant vector, is this negative vector of resultant or not? Yes. Why? Because this is a resultant. Now this is the negative vector of resultant. Here also This is the resultant. Now this is the negative vector of resultant. By taking negative vector of resultant at this end or at this side, here also at this side, we can have resultant is 0. Resultant is 0 means null vector. Null vector means, that means to say that with this negative vector of resultant vector, we are having 0 resultant, means it balances all the parent vectors such that to have 0 resultant. It balances, by taking like that, it balances all the parent vectors such that to have 0 resultant. Here also, by taking this vector like that, by making reverse this vector, that is with minus r bar, we can have 0 resultant like that. Means this vector balances effect of parent vectors, means such that to have 0 resultant. Therefore, negative of r bar, that is negative vector of resultant vector, is said to be what we call equilibrium vector. Equilibrium vector. Okay. Minus r bar, here also minus r bar. Minus r bar is said to be, minus r bar is said to be negative vector of resultant vector is said to be equilibrium vector. Equilibrium vector. Remember, resultant is not equilibrium vector. Resultant means we have non-zero resultant here. By taking resultant vector like that, if the same vector is if we make it reverse, then we can have 0 resultant. That is the reason why negative vector of resultant vector is said to be equilibrium vector. Okay, equilibrium vector. So once again here, p bar plus q bar equal r bar. Here also q bar plus p bar equal r bar, means addition obeys commutative law, right? Commutative law. Now coming to statement of triangle of addition. What is the statement? We can state in 2 ways. As far as first statement is concerned, if two non-zero vectors are taken as the adjacent sides of triangle in order, then the closing side of the triangle taken in the reverse order is the resultant of those two vectors, both in magnitude and direction. Now coming to other statement. What is the other statement? Means if 3 vectors, see here, at this place, otherwise at this place. Okay, if 3 vectors acting at a point such that to have 0 resultant. If 3 vectors acting at a point such that to have 0 resultant. If 3 vectors acting at any point such that to have 0 resultant, then they can be taken as the sides of triangle in order, in the same order. Am I right? In the same order, head to tail, head to tail, head to tail. Here also, if 3 vectors are acting at a point such that to have 0 resultant, then those three vectors can be taken as the sides of triangle in the same order. This is the other statement for triangle of addition. Okay. Now coming to parallelogram law of addition. Means the same given vectors can be added by constructing or by forming parallelogram also. So in that case also, result is same both in magnitude and direction. Am I right? Now let us see here. Okay, these are the given vectors. These are the given parent vectors which are to be added. Here p bar, here q bar. Now I am taking this q bar. Okay, I am taking this q bar and is shifted a little bit behind like that and joined somewhere here such that both tails are meeting or both tails are connecting somewhere here. Okay, if I shift p bar up to q bar, here also we can add. Otherwise, if I shift q bar up to here, here also we can connect both such that both the tails are meeting. Am I right? Now see, this is what p bar. Here p bar. Now take this q bar such that its tail connected with the tail of p bar. Okay, like that. This is what q bar. Now, given two vectors are taken as the adjacent sides of parallelogram. Is it parallelogram? No. How to get parallelogram? By taking parallel sides. Suppose if I take one side parallel to P bar somewhere here, we can have three sides of parallelogram. Now coming to third side, this is what other side, fourth side. Now take one side parallel to Q bar, like that. Means parallel to P bar one side, parallel to Q bar other side, right? Parallel to Q bar other side, like that. Right? These are the parent vectors which are to be added. These are the parent vectors, P bar, Q bar. So given vectors are taken as the adjacent sides of parallelogram such that both tails are connecting. Okay. Now this is the intersection of both vectors. Now diagonal drawn from the common intersection of given vectors. See, this is the common point of parallelogram, otherwise common point of these two vectors. Now this is what diagonal, this side also diagonal. Now what I am saying, a diagonal drawn from the intersection of parent vectors is the resultant of given two vectors. Am I right? This is what resultant of given vectors. Okay, that is Q bar plus P bar, otherwise P bar plus Q bar. P bar plus Q bar, that equal resultant R bar. Okay. Once again, what is the statement of parallelogram law of addition? Parallelogram law of addition. Parallelogram law of addition. Okay. What is the parallelogram law of addition? Means if given vectors are taken as the adjacent sides of parallelogram drawn from the same point as that their tails are meeting. Now diagonal drawn from the same common point is the resultant of given two vectors both in magnitude and direction. So diagonal itself resultant of given vectors. See, compare with the previous triangle of addition. In both cases, same vectors are added by using either triangle law or parallelogram law. In both cases, see, this is the resultant in previous case. As far as triangle of addition is concerned, this is the resultant for the given vectors. As far as parallelogram law of addition concerned, same is the resultant. See, in both cases, resultant is same. This is what resultant. Here also resultant. So resultant is same both in magnitude, that is in lengthwise, that is in direction wise also. So direction not all changed, length also not all changed in both cases. Okay, that is how one can add given two vectors, given two non-zero vectors, either by forming triangle or parallelogram. In both cases, resultant is same. Okay. As per as our convenience, one can form either triangle or parallelogram law. Parallelogram. Okay, if you are asked to determine resultant of given two vectors, non-zero vectors. Okay. Once again, what is the statement of parallelogram law? Means if two vectors are taken as the adjacent sides of parallelogram, both in magnitude and direction. Now the diagonal drawn from the intersection of the vectors is the resultant of given two vectors both in magnitude and direction. Okay, right. Now coming to polygon law of addition. By the name itself, polygon means many sides. Having many sides means if given vectors to be added are more than two vectors, then one can employ polygon law of addition. Am I right? Polygon law of addition. Coming to that polygon law of addition. Polygon law of addition. Polygon law of addition of vectors. Polygon law of addition of vectors. Right? Suppose here we have so many coplanar vectors. I'll show. This is what A bar, this is what B bar, this is what C bar, this is what T bar, this is what E bar, like that. So here, these are all coplanar vectors, means all are acting in the same plane, that is board plane. Now you are asked to add all these vectors. How to add all these vectors means by forming one polygon. Polygon means a rule is same in all the three cases. See here, now this is the tail of B bar, this is the head of A bar. Now take this vector by shifting property. Take this vector up to here, join its tail to head of A bar, like that. See, this is what A bar as usual. Now take this vector up to here, join somewhere in such that its tail meeting head of A bar, like that. Now coming to C bar, this is what tail of C bar. Take this vector by shifting principle, okay, parallel shifting principle. Now take this vector up to here, join somewhere here, such that tail of C bar connecting head of B bar. Okay. Now coming to D bar, take this vector and join somewhere here, such that the tail of D bar connecting head of C bar. Okay. Now what about this final vector, that is this vector also is to be taken in the same manner, that is tail of E bar is to be connected with the head of D bar. This is what tail of E bar connected with the head of D bar, like that. So A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar, E bar means all the given coplanar vectors are taken in the same order. Why it is same order means head of one vector meeting tail of next vector and so on. See, head to tail joined, here also head and tail joined, here also head and tail joined. Okay, so given all coplanar vectors are taken as the sides of polygon, taken as the adjacent sides of polygon in same order, then this is the closing side of the polygon. Am I right? This is the closing side. If I take one vector such that from the tail of first vector to the head of final vector, like that. Okay, this is what resultant. This is what resultant of all the coplanar vectors. Am I right? See, given vectors are taken as the adjacent sides of polygon in the same order. Now closing side of the polygon taken in the reverse order, that is tail to head. Okay, right? Closing side of the polygon taken in the reverse order from tail of A bar to head of E bar, then that becomes resultant of all the coplanar vectors both in magnitude and direction, right? Here what is R bar means A bar plus B bar plus C bar plus D bar plus E bar equal to R bar, right? Means this R bar can replace all parent vectors together such that to have same effect both in magnitude and direction as the effect given by all individual parent vectors. That is the reason why this is said to be resultant of all given parent vectors. Now if I take this vector to LHS, what happens? A bar plus B bar plus C bar plus D bar plus E bar plus of minus R bar equal to 0 bar, right? Equal to 0 bar means here if this vector is flipped end to end like that, such that all are taken in the same order, then resultant must be 0. Null vector means by reversing this vector end to end, we can have 0 resultant. That is the reason why here minus R bar is said to be, this minus R bar is said to be equilibrium vector. equivalent vector. Minus r bar is said to be equivalent vector of given parent vectors. Okay, right? Now whatever diagram, say all vectors are taken as usual. A bar, here it is B bar, here it is C bar, here D bar, here E bar. Now this is what R bar or minus R bar. This is what minus R bar. Negative vector of R bar. See, R bar is from here to there like that. Minus R bar is like that, opposite to that one. Okay. So this minus R bar balances all the remaining parent vectors such that to have zero resultant. That is the reason why minus R bar is said to be equivalent vector. Okay. Now coming to statements, here also polygonal of additional vectors can be stated in two ways. As far as first statement is concerned, if many coplanar vectors are acting at a point, then they can be taken as the if they are taken as the adjacent sides of polygon in order, then the closing side of the polygon is the resultant of given parent vectors both in magnitude and direction. Now coming to other statement, if many vectors are acting at a point to have zero resultant, then they can be taken as the sides of polygon in the same order. Okay, right? In next class, we'll see analytical treatment for triangle of addition and parallelogram of addition. Thank you.